Don't blame mail-in voters, blame Trump, or more specifically, Louis Dejoy. This is why we don't have the results yet. Check it out, leave your comments, ding the bell, share it with your friends, and subscribe to our channel. Welcome back. Thom Hartmann here with you. Well, in my business, the radio business, we just lost somebody. Most of my listeners probably are not familiar with religious broadcasting across the United States, but it's actually as big as, and maybe bigger. I haven't seen numbers in a long time, but in any case, nearly as big as right-wing talk radio across America. And Irwin Baxter was the host of a program that he started back in 1991 through his ministry, End Time Ministries. It was called Politics and Religion, and it was on National Prophecy Radio, syndicated across the United States. He was most recently praising Donald Trump for moving the U.S. Embassy to Jerusalem because that would bring about the rapture. That would bring about the biblical apocalypse and the end times. He also said that the coronavirus is the result of people having premarital sex, and he kind of endorsed Donald Trump's theory that we should just let it run through the population, no big deal. Irwin Baxter just died of COVID. His ministry announced with deep grief that the pastor had died yesterday, or day before yesterday, on Tuesday. Yeah, it happens, right? It happens. Every now and then you come up against reality. There's also the United States Postal Service is being asked by the by a federal D.C. court to expedite the remaining mail-in ballots to election boards in North Carolina and Pennsylvania. They can be received up until today to be counted over the next day or two. You know, we'll see how this comes out. Apparently 150,000 ballots were delivered yesterday by the Postal Service. You know, a lot of these in Atlanta. So, you know, how this shakes out. These were all obviously people who postmarked their ballots before Election Day. And then, you know, the post office, because Louis Dejoy slowed down the mail so badly in a lot of these, weirdly, swing states took the biggest hits. I'm guessing those are the places where most of the high-speed sorting machines were dismantled, although we don't have a complete list because the post office has not been even remotely transparent with us about what this, about any of this. So we'll see where this goes. Mitch McConnell, by the way, is also saying that he may not allow any nominations, or implying that he may not allow any federal judge nominations for Joe Biden if Joe Biden wins the election. He's going to do the same thing he did to Obama. The last 2 years of the Obama administration, I think they allowed one judge on the bench. So that when Trump came into office, there was, just a little short of 200 vacancies on the federal bench. And that were supposed to be Obama judges, not to mention Merrick Garland. I mean, Merrick Garland was simply the extension of a process that Mitch McConnell had started a whole year earlier, and that now he's saying he's going to reprise. I think that Joe Biden should nominate the most progressive judges he can find. And then when Mitch McConnell refuses to hold hearings in the Senate, he should notify Mitch McConnell that it's apparent that the Senate, people are pushing Obama to do this, by the way. Notify Mitch McConnell that, apparently the Senate is abrogating its right to advise and consent, to advise the president on judicial nominations and offer their consent. And so we are going to assume, since you're refusing to do this, that you are consenting to these people, and we're going to go ahead and install them on the federal bench and swear them in. Will Biden play hardball? We'll see. We'll see. Meanwhile, U.S. election law says that federal armed officials, it bars the stationing of armed officials, quote, at any place where a general or special election is held. And now one of the principal associate deputy attorney general, Richard Donahue, is saying, no, we can put armed agents in these places where the votes are being counted. Some people, particularly civil rights lawyers, are saying this is an effort to intimidate people. The vote counting process is one that's just very straightforward. It's nonpartisan. These are people who have volunteered for the good of their community. They're not there to be Democrats or Republicans, and it just needs to be allowed. A Florida poll worker has come out and pointed out By the way, before I get to that, Scott Walker, former right-wing cokehead governor of Wisconsin. You know, Trump is suing for a recount in Wisconsin because Biden won Wisconsin by tens of thousands of votes. So Scott Walker says 20,000 is a high hurdle. Right now, Biden's ahead by about 20,000 votes. He says after the recount in the 2011 race for the Wisconsin Supreme Court, there was a swing of 300 votes. After the recount in the 2016 presidential race in Wisconsin, the count went up by 131 votes. So, you know, they're pretty accurate in counting their votes. They're doing a very, very good job of that.